was recently talking to a realtor that went to a conference, and they had mentioned how AI is going to completely take over the real estate industry and eliminate all realtors moving forward. My thoughts, I actually think that it's going to be the realtor that has the most dominant brand that is going to completely take over the real estate industry. Now more than ever, those that prioritize themselves on all social media platforms, that understand ads, understand social media content, have a presence on YouTube, those are the ones in the next 10 years, they're going to do the most business in their market. So on today's episode, the reason why you probably clicked on this is we're going to break down how to set up and run your YouTube in your local market. I've got tons of realtors that I'm training on this right now that are building their YouTube, that they're the first ones to their market that are going to absolutely take over. Now, real quick, why is this important? Why are we breaking down how to get on YouTube? Because 2 years ago, I didn't have a YouTube channel. I didn't have an Instagram channel. So what happened with me? Well, I went through a paradigm shift. I understood that why not leverage something that could prospect for me while I slept? I needed to reach more people and I needed more hours in the day. Well, if I'm going to sleep for 8 hours, then what would prospect for me while I'm sleeping? Social media would. Once I had that paradigm shift, boom, everything completely changed. That's why you see me so consistent on this platform, because I can help more of you. I can lower the real estate failure rate in the industry, and I can reach more people with the content that actually helps you put more money in your bank account. So as we talk about this today and we break everything down, I want you to remember something that's crazy that just came out. If you pull up your Google and you type this in, or if you go over to your Instagram account and you follow Now Bam, they just released a post that talked about this, where YouTube has now become the #1 platform for attention. They're getting in the billions of videos watched per day. There's hundreds of billions of hours of watch time per day. So as a realtor, when you build your brand, first of all, you need to know what that brand is, but then you also need people to know about the brand. Well, where are you going to do that? I'm going to think, where are people's attention? One book that I read when I first got into social media was Day Trading Attention by Gary Vee. And he talks about this. You need to go where the attention is so that you can then trade it or pull it over to your page. So once you know what your brand is, then you have to put your brand where the attention is to then pull them back. And if people resonate with that brand, they'll follow you, they'll engage with your content, and they'll eventually do business with you. So that's what we're going to break down today. How can we get your brand in front of more people on the platform of YouTube? Because that's where everybody is right now. And what's crazy, if you pulled up your Instagram and you went over to Now Bam, their post talks about how 2% of realtors are on YouTube, but everybody's on Instagram. Now, Instagram's amazing, and I have a whole course on this that you can buy. I have a social media mastermind group that's $100 a month. If you want to type down below social media mastermind, I'll put you in that, where we can interact every day, help your Instagram grow. But YouTube is the platform where not only you will have the competitive advantage, but you'll be able to go get in front of people because that's where they're spending their time. All right, so as you build your brand, what does that look like? There's two parts that I think that you need to break down. The first one is, what do you want your brand to be? What do you want to be known for? If somebody has a problem, they're going to automatically think of your brand because they know your brand can solve that problem. That's how you're going to get more clients and you're going to get more referrals. Now think of Conor McGregor. He had a brand, he had a presence on social media, he took a product, and then he could solve that. Now think of The Rock. He had a brand and a presence, he had a product, and he merged them together. So then look at Logan Paul. He had a brand and a presence, and then he takes a product like Prime energy drink, merge those together, and then there you go. Then look at the Kardashians. Look at Kim. She had a presence on social media, she had makeup, merge the two. So it's so important that as you build your brand, you first need the presence. You need to be on the social media platforms. People need to know who you are and what you stand for. And then as a realtor, you can have a product, a service to then merge the two. You can't have one without the other. One comes first, then the other, just like all these examples we just broke down. So ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? And what problem am I trying to solve? That's different and unique than every other realtor that's in your market. Your profile should not say buy, sell, or invest with me, because every other realtor has that. For example, my brand, if you've been following for a long time, is to lower the failure rate in the real estate industry. I'm doing that by giving the most free content, most deliberate content on all social media platforms. It'll help more people. By doing so, lower the failure rate, put more money in your pocket. So when people need podcast guests or people to come out and talk to their seminars, or they have questions, I'm usually the one that they come to. They have a problem. They know that that's my purpose, and they'll merge the two together. So you first have to answer that question. Once you answer that question, you're then going to go where the attention is. You're going to take Gary Vee's principle and you're going to say, okay, where's the biggest bang for my buck? Well, according to all the data right now, that's on YouTube. And the beautiful thing about that, if you jump and act now on YouTube and build that platform in your market, there's only 2% of other realtors that are actually doing that. I just worked with a realtor in St. George, Utah, and I told her, I said, look at your competition. We pulled up St. George, Utah realtor in YouTube, and there's only maybe 2 or 3 that had a dominant presence that she had to compete against for attention. But if we pulled up on Instagram, there's thousands that she's competing with. So right now, pull up in your market on YouTube, type in your city, and look to see who your competition is. Are they consistent? When was the last time they posted? And see how many there are. Kansas City, California, Florida, Texas, Utah, Atlanta, Tennessee, Minnesota. Type in all the markets. Only 2% of realtors are actually taking this seriously. So I want to break this down so you have a competitive advantage as you build your brand and you put yourself where the attention is. Right, just like I explained a lot of other principles, there's 4 different identity shifts that you're going to go through as you build out your YouTube channel. I'm going to break down each one and how to get out of it and move on to the next one. The first one is the paradigm shift. So as you build your brand on YouTube, the first thing you're going to have to deal with is the identity or the understanding of why I need to be on this platform. So let me share an article with you that'll help you get through this paradigm so you can move on to actually growing your YouTube channel. Because there's a lot of you that I've told to get on YouTube, that I've given you all the training, you haven't done it, which means that you're stuck in this section. So here's the information. You can go find this on Google. Key statistics for YouTube: daily views. Users watch approximately 5 billion videos a day on that platform. Average time spent. Users in the United States spend an average of 47 minutes on YouTube daily. And that was back in 2023. And this is forecast to increase to 48 minutes in 2024 and continues to get more and more and more as the years go on. That means that your sellers, the buyers that you want to work with, and the investors, they're spending a good chunk of their day on YouTube. Next, more than 1 billion of hours of YouTube are streamed on TVs every day. In May 2024, YouTube accounted for 12.5% of all TV viewership in the US. YouTube Shorts attract more than 70 billion daily views. So why in the world would you not have your face in content as a short on your page and doing that 2 or 3 times a day? In essence, YouTube boasts a ton of watch time. This is where your ideal clients are. So why not have your brand and your face in front of them? An example that I like to give is, imagine if you were a fisherman and you're in a boat in a lake fishing, and all the fish were on the left side of the boat. There was even arrows pointing to where the fish were. There were signs telling you that the fish was on the left side of the boat, but you have your line on the right side. Why in the world would you do that? But that's what a lot of you are doing. You're putting your face and your brand in the wrong spot. You're putting your line over here when all your clients are over here. So once you have this identity, this identity shift, you'll now start to build out your YouTube channel. So if you haven't built out your YouTube channel, if you haven't done your first 5 videos, you're stuck in this phase. You don't understand the importance of it. You don't realize that these videos not only will prospect for you while you sleep, but you'll have one video you did a year ago that still brings you clients. Most of you are watching videos that I think are horribly put together because I was doing it myself in my office without my media company right now. But a lot of you are still watching that because YouTube is still pumping it out, finding through the algorithm because you search that topic. That's the power of getting your YouTube together. All right, phase 2. Once you have that identity shift, it makes sense. You have the aha. Phase 2 is now actually planning out your YouTube. So take out your notes. I'm going to plan out your YouTube for you. The first thing you have to identify, just like social media, is your avatar. Who in the world are you talking to? When I look at this camera, I see a certain avatar that I'm trying to help. Who are you trying to help? And it's not age, demographic, price point. It's what are their dreams and their struggles? Like who would be in the chair behind that camera? What are their aspirations, their goals? What seasons of life are they in? Identify that. That will help you a ton. Once you have that, you now need to go optimize your profile. Just like social media, there are certain things that are optimized through the SEO on the back end. You need to have a clean banner. I work with a realtor in Florida doing 55 deals a year off of his YouTube. Granted, it's taken him 6 years to get there, but nonetheless, it's still impressive. Go look at his banner. Look how clean this is. Smooth, easy on the eyes. It has a CTA on there, but it's also not overwhelming. Then you need a profile picture. Get a picture of your head, zoom in, put one color behind it, make it very clean. Then after that, you're going to have a description. Don't use ChatGPT. You need to talk to your client like a human. They need to know what's in it for them, what to expect on your page, and who you are. Once they click all those boxes in their head, they're going to hit subscribe, and now you have a new local follower that's going to watch your content. The last thing you're going to do to optimize your profile is go get a 2-minute video of you introducing yourself, talking to your avatar, and have big parts of your city behind you. 2 lines each, different scenes, walking through your community. Let people know who you are. That way, when they come to your page, they click on the video and you automatically start talking to them. The third thing you're now going to do is map out your content pillars. You're going to release 1 video a week as a minimum. If you want to pour gas on this, go 2 videos a week. Statistically, the videos that are absolutely crushing it for realtors I work with right now are the following. You have neighborhood tours. Don't do house tours. On YouTube, you want to use imagery and emotion, walking through neighborhoods. People buy first emotionally, they back it up with logic after the fact. Show them the lifestyle they're going to have in a neighborhood 1 time a month. The second video is going to be educational. This, in theory, should be your first video every Monday of every month. Talk about the market. What happened last month? How many listings? How many sold? What was the best deal? The most luxury listing? All of that. Talk about it for 5-10 minutes. That's it. The third video is going to be local new happenings. What's new and exciting in your town? What's happening? Go follow all the local pages, figure out what's up and coming or what's happening. Go stand outside that location, turn your phone around, and talk about what's happening. Your last video of the month is going to be a story about a client that you worked with that month or a family you run into while you were prospecting. Something to emotionally connect to your audience. You don't have to use their names, but tell the story of that client and emotionally connect with the person that's listening to you. And there you go. There's your 4 content pillars, 1 video a week. All the content pillars will be the same. The meat and potatoes will slightly change every month. All right, the next piece is how are you going to schedule all this? You're going to do what's called batch recording. Once a month for half a day, you're going to take your pillars, you're going to figure out what you're going to do per pillar, and you're going to go record. Have all that done. If you don't know what to put under those pillars, just go into Google, type in the search bar what a seller would type in, what a buyer would type in, and you'll see the main topics that everybody is looking at. Or go have 10 realtors that you follow in different cities across the United States or Canada that are crushing it in their markets and just do some R&D, research and development on what's working for them. That'll get the juices flowing. You'll have an idea for each pillar and then go record. Once you have your schedule done, now you have the last part, which is the thumbnail, the editing, the title, the description. Now, if you want to offload this and make your life so much easier, go get a studio like I have right here with a company that specializes in video production and audio enhancement. If you want to reach out to the company that I use, it's Blue Form Media. Go follow them on Instagram, shoot them a DM. Either Blake or Mallory that run that company will reach out to you and see what's a good fit for you and your business. If you want someone to edit, comment down below Andres. And Andres, my YouTube editor, will connect you with VAs that will do all the editing, that'll do your thumbnails, that'll do your description. All that I don't do. All my videos, I don't do. I offload that so I can then go focus on prospecting, put more money in my pocket. Now, I play around with the thumbnails. I play around with the topics. I play around with the descriptions, and you'll get better over time. But again, offload that to someone that specializes in it. So in my opinion, this last piece, the description, thumbnail, title, all that stuff, go get a YouTube studio you can connect with. And then also go get a VA that can edit. Those two together with you as the content, you'll never struggle with consistency, and you'll always show up and push your brand to your local market and those that need you as their realtor. All right, the third phase, if you know all that, which most of you do, and if you've worked with me on the real estate brokerage team or in coaching, I've pushed YouTube for a while, so you might have all that information in front of you. But the next phase you're going to get stuck in is the phase that Mr. Beast talks about all the time. He's got this famous quote where he says, your first video is not going to get views. Your first 10 are not going to get views. So stop sitting there and thinking for months. Just go out and work and start uploading. Get to your first 20 videos as fast as you can. So once you optimize your profile, you have all the pillars, you have your team in place, you then need to get to 20 as quick as you can. Don't care about views. Don't care about watch time. Don't care about anything. Get better every video and focus on that and chase 20 videos. By the time you do 20 videos, your thumbnails will be great. Your titles will be great. Your content will be good. Your hooks will be good. And your videos will be growing over time, but you have to get there first. Mr. Beast says anytime he hires a client to watch his YouTube channel, if they haven't already done 100 videos, he won't give any feedback. If you work with me until you hit 20, I'm not giving you any feedback because all of you have to go through the same process that I had to go through as you grow your YouTube channel. But I'm telling you, once you hit that 20, you'll be in a groove and you'll absolutely take off. The last phase that you're going to be in is the coolest phase. It's a phase that I'm currently in that I'm enjoying, and I'm sure there'll be another phase that I can't see right now that I'll do a video on down the road. But this phase is where you focus on watch rate. You figure out how to get people to comment and engage. You get to know your audience by name and you care about that. You do research and development by sending them emails to ask them what they want to see. You read books on marketing and on YouTube and advertising. And you go to seminars and hire coaches and try to get better at your craft. That phase, I'm telling you, is so fun. So go back and look at all the different phases and figure out which phase are you in. Take the advice that I gave you to get out of that phase, progress to the next one, because I'm telling you that all your clients are sitting there waiting for you. The question is, are you going to create the content where your brand can shine so people know, like, and trust you, and they reach out to you to sell, buy, or invest in your local market? That part is up to you. All right, guys, what do you think about this episode? Hope you took a ton of notes. I literally gave you step-by-step plan of how to grow your YouTube channel. Now, I taught this to about 100 agents 90 days ago, and one has been consistent ever since. Shout out to you, Frankie. Love you, brother. In Kansas City, he's going to have the sharpest, best YouTube channel here in a year in his local area because he simply was consistent and he didn't miss a single week. The past 90 days, he's almost at video 16. He's got 4 more left before he can get extra advice from me or anybody on my team. So you have to decide. A lot of people are going to watch this. Are you going to act? If you are, comment consultation below. I'd love to reward you with a free consultation, help you build your page up, and then let you go. For those that take action on this video, excited for you because in 10 years, it's going to be your brand directed on the right platforms that'll help you do more business in your local market more than anything else.